Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Emma and I'm going to be talking to you all about travel. So I'm going to be talking about not only places that I've been to, but things that I think that are the most important for your trips. I will be talking about destinations. I'll be talking maybe some stories, some crazy things that have happened to me as I have been traveling around the globe for the last 2 years. All right, so let's jump right into it. The first thing I'm going to be talking to you about is actually the top 5 things I think you need to have while traveling that do fit into your carry-on. So these are the top 5 things that I bring with me every single time I am traveling. All right, so my number 5 on what I need to bring while I'm traveling is my hand sanitizer. Now, it doesn't matter what company or brand you use. I prefer to use something that smells a little bit nicer. The reason I say hand sanitizer is like super high, depending on where you're traveling, there's definitely going to be times and situations where there is no soap or running water in your bathrooms. You've gone to the loo and you need to come out and you can't wash your hands. Or maybe you've decided to try some of the amazing street food, but you don't know exactly where your hands have been after taking some public transit. So I suggest as number 5, getting some nicely scented hand sanitizer. Number 4. For number 4, my number 4 is an adapter. Now, you don't always need an adapter, maybe if you're only going for a short trip and you know that that it has the same charger as what you use in your own country, but I always suggest bringing an adapter because you never know. Especially like, for example, in Argentina, they actually have 2 different, they've started to convert their adapters. So not their adapters, their plugs. So I would always suggest bringing an adapter. Now my adapter's a bit old, so it only uses one thing, but you can actually get some really nice ones now that actually have USB. So what I would suggest is definitely getting one of those because it will make your life a lot easier. Number 3. Now it looks like I'm wearing a scarf, but it's actually like a whole sweater thing. But what I suggest is definitely bringing a scarf while traveling. Now you can bring different types of scarves. So this is more of like a thicker scarf. Now here's the reason why you need to bring a scarf. 1, planes do not really clean their blankets, and everybody knows that, but people still use them. So it's a blanket. Number 2, it's a fashion statement. If it's cold, you have something to wear. Number 3, especially when you're traveling around Southeast Asia, women need to have their shoulders covered. We need to have our legs covered so we can use it to wrap up for both of those. Some places you even need to have your hair covered. So a scarf is literally just something you should always bring with you because it gives you these so many possibilities to do so much more while you're traveling. All right, so my number 2, I think is kind of obvious as well, and that is headphones. Now, one thing maybe people don't think about, they might just bring, their Bluetooth headphones, which is awesome when you're using it for your phone. But the big problem is when you're on a flight, they actually need you to plug headphones in. So I always suggest bringing a second pair of headphones. 1, because what if you lose one of your Bluetooth headphones or it's not charged? And 2, because whenever you're on like a plane, you need to be able to like plug in order to listen. So instead of using the ones that they recycle and reuse on the aircraft and you don't know whose ears they've been in, bring your own. Just grab maybe a pair from the dollar store. A lot of phones come with headphones, but it's just definitely something you're gonna want to have while you're traveling. Numero uno, for me is actually this water bottle, which is super beaten up, and please don't judge me. This thing has been around the world. It's been to 17 countries with me and it is freaking amazing. So it's by Pure. I don't know if you can see the name. Ooh, Pure. You can get them done by other companies. The reason I love this so much is because not only does it keep, reusable water, which is amazing for the planet, but it actually keeps your water either super hot if you put boiling water in it or very cold. So for example, when I was in Thailand, I was putting cold water into it. We were going to the beach. I was forgetting it on the beach. It's metal, it gets hot. But when I would open it up to go take a sip, my water was still always super cold. I've also used it when I was hiking in New Zealand. I put boiling water, and by the time we got to the top of Roy's Peak, after, I think it was like 9 hours after I had boiled the water, left the town I was in and hiked back up, we got to the top, it was freezing, and my friends and I had hot water so we could have some coffee and tea. So number 1 on my list is to get one of the water bottles that allows you to have hot and cold water. Alright guys, so that is my top 5 things that you need to have while traveling. Doesn't matter if you're backpacking, going on a weekend getaway, going for a short period of time, a long period of time, and all of these things are small enough that they can fit into your carry-on. Thanks so much for watching. I hope my tips were helpful. I can't wait to see you all again. Please make sure to subscribe, check out my Instagram page, or like me on Facebook.